Hey, David?
Yes.
Bill's brother, right?
Yeah.
Nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, you too.
I'm Zach. Welcome to my office.
Nice to meet you.
So, Bill tells me you got a new bike.
Yeah, drove it here actually.
Really?
Yeah.
When'd you get that?
Well, a couple weeks ago. I'm putting some miles on it.
Cool. What kind of bike?
It's a Harley,
Harley?
of course.
How new is it?
Brand new.
Oh, I'm jealous. I don't think my wife would ever let me take a bike out, but
No?
it'd be pretty fun.
Give it some time, you'll convince her.
Mm-hmm. You ever go on any trips, like down to Sturgis?
Not yet.
Not yet. You're planning
Soon
on
to
it, though?
be, yeah,
Okay.
summer.
Daytona?
Maybe.
I hear
If
it's
the
just
weather's good.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting after this hard winter, I mean. So do you live in the Appleton area?
Yeah, I do. Just built a house here.
Nice, where at?
Yeah, in Greenville.
In Greenville? That's a
Mhm.
beautiful area over there.
Yeah, it is.
Cool. Where do you work?
I'm an engineer. Chief engineer.
Cool. How long have you been doing that?
15 years now, probably.
15, how do you like it?
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
Love it.
Paying the bills pretty good?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I built a new house, so that worked out well.
Cool, cool. Are you married?
Yeah, I'm married for about 20 years.
Congratulations.
I have 2 kids.
2 kids?
Yep.
Lots of handful, I'm guessing?
Yeah, they're rascals at times.
Yeah. How old are they?
9 and 14.
9, 14. 2 boys or?
Yep, 2 boys.
2 boys.
Yeah, got lucky on that one.
Yeah. Get to teach them how to do sports and
Yep, all that.
yeah, because Bill said you were a big sports fan, that you played basketball in college.
Of course. Yep.
Yeah. What position did you play?
Forward.
Forward?
Hopefully they get tall just like I did too.
I'm sure they will.
Mhm.
So, I'm an independent agent. So what that means is, I kind of have an advantage over agents who work for, say, just like State Farm or like just a big branch, because I can pick from any other company and place you with that company for the best price.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Mhm.
Because I kind of have a bigger toolbox to choose from. Whereas if I worked for State Farm, I would have to push you a State Farm product.
Okay. Yeah.
Whereas because I'm independent, I can pick a company that'll suit you best, and I can get you the best price
Mhm.
that'll suit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, perfect. So, Bill said you're interested in looking at some life insurance.
Yeah, it's about time.
So, what do you know about life insurance?
Very minimal.
Very minimal?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can explain it in an easy way. Okay, so I specialize in term insurance. So what term means is it's a set amount of years. So say I'll use 5 years as an example. So basically you take out a policy for 5 years and you pay into it. You can pay into it monthly, annually, or semi-annually, which means once a year or twice a year. And once you pay into it, it'll build up something called a death benefit. And if something would happen to you, or whoever you took the policy out on, it would pay a death benefit to the beneficiary.
Okay.
Do you know what beneficiary means?
Yeah.
Yeah, the person who would benefit from the policy.
Receives the money.
Right, so say your wife took out a policy on you
Mhm.
for, let's say, $100,000. You died a week later, it would pay $100,000 to her.
Okay.
As long as it was in that 5-year span,
Okay.
using that as an example for the term insurance.
Now,
Follow
how many
me?
years can I do it?
As many as you want.
Okay.
I think it goes up to 30 years, and then if you want to renew it, you can go to whole life, where it'll go through your entire life.
Okay.
The reason I'm doing term is because it's the cheapest, and I think it would suit you because you're a little bit younger. How old are you?
35.
35? Okay. And your wife's around the same age?
Yeah.
Okay, so you should be able to get insurance pretty cheap, so now would be a pretty good time to get it.
Okay.
So, what are your main concerns for your family's financial state if something would happen to you?
Just make sure that they can still live comfortable. in their
Right.
means.
So you gotta
Keep the
obviously
house and all that.
pay for the house. Do you want your kids to go to college someday? Would you
Yeah.
like that to be a part of it?
Definitely like that.
You don't have any money set aside for that?
Not too much.
We have this pretty cool software. It's a needs analysis calculator. It's pretty cool. Basically, it asks you a couple simple questions, and it'll show you roughly about how much insurance you're going to need to protect your family.
Okay.
And it's a tool I use. It doesn't give us an exact number, but it gets us in the ballpark. So I'm going to ask you a couple personal questions here. so bear with me. So if you wanna scoot closer, we can fill this out together. What is your current income before taxes?
I think right around 100,000.
100,000, okay. And what is the percentage of this income you think that your family will need if something would happen?
Hopefully all of it.
All of it?
Yeah.
So does your wife work or
No, she doesn't.
she doesn't work? Okay. So, alright. And the number of years your family will need this income. So you said your youngest was 9 years old
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna obviously probably have college expense.
Yeah.
And have you thought about paying for college?
Yeah, I would hope to include that for both of them.
Okay, you wanna pay for both your kids'
Yes.
college? Okay. I remember you mentioned that earlier, so, let's see. Would you think about a 20-year or a 30-year policy?
Probably, well, I'd like a longer policy, I guess, for their age and having hopefully my wife not being able to work after the
Okay.
fact.
You wanna say 30-year policy?
Yeah, we can do that.
And if that's too much, we can always lower it
We
later.
can always change it.
Yeah, this is just a hypothetical,
Okay.
it gives us an idea, but we
Yeah,
can
we'll
always.
go with 30.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and lastly, it asks you a couple questions, it asks you about funeral costs, is that something you thought about or talked about with your wife?
I haven't talked to her about it, but I'd like to include that cost with the
Okay,
policy.
you don't wanna leave your family with any
No,
burden
no
like
debt.
that? Okay, so that, a funeral averages about $7,000 for the lot, the party, and all that stuff, so let's say 7,000 for that. Okay, and you said you wanted to pay for your kids' college for a 4-year?
Mm-hmm. Both of them.
For both of them, okay, so on average, it's about 80,000 roughly for one kid to graduate from four-year university.
Okay.
So let's say 80,000 times 2, that's about 160,000.
Mm-hmm.
So then we add on the funeral, and lastly, the question it asks you is if you have a mortgage on your house.
I don't.
No mortgage at all?
No.
Oh yeah, you said you
Just
built it
built it,
yourself,
yeah.
awesome, good for you. Okay, so do you have any other debts?
Not at the moment. Just the bike payment, but
Just a bike payment?
that's not really debt.
Okay, I got you. Alright, so just hit calculate here, and it shows us roughly about how much insurance you're gonna need. So it says your results, your current income before taxes is $100,000. For a 30-year policy, it's gonna be about $2,089,000, roughly.
Okay.
So I know that sounds like a lot right now, but you're not gonna pay that much money into the policy. Like, when I show people this, they always freak out and think, oh, I'm gonna have to pay $2 million, but that's not the case. So, I have this other cool software that kinda, it shows you how much roughly you're gonna be paying. It'll link you with a company based on a couple other simple questions I ask you,
Okay.
and it'll link you with the cheapest price for a company, alright? So, bear with me here. Okay. So, you obviously live in Wisconsin. What's your birthday?
June
Okay.
29th, 1979.
Okay. It's coming up. Got anything planned?
No, I don't.
No?
Probably just a cookout.
Cool. I love cookouts, so
Yeah, can't beat it. Hopefully the weather's nice.
well, I'm sure it will be. We've had enough crappy weather, so it's only
Yeah.
gonna get better from here.
Hopefully.
Alright, so you're male. Are you a smoker?
No.
Okay, good for you. And your health. How do you think your health is?
Good.
Good?
Very good.
Yeah, because you were saying you were a college basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we're gonna have to check with the doctors, and you'll have to get a test, and to make sure everything's in line, you know,
Okay.
get a physical, brush up, whatever.
Just a physical?
Yeah,
Okay.
a physical, and the doctor will send you a note with the application, but that'll be later on.
Okay.
But for this hypothetical, we'll just put preferred, excellent, and it sounds like that's what you're gonna get, so you should have pretty cheap premiums, okay? So we said a 30-year level term policy, paying $2 million, okay? And you just hit view my quotes, And see, it's kinda cool, it shows you all these different companies and how much they'll offer you based on that information.
Okay.
So it shows here the cheapest one, Pacific Life. It's a great company, we do a lot of business with them. They've been in business for over 100 years. They made it in the worst economy. They've got a great track record, so you don't have to worry about that. It shows here that you will be paying $162 monthly for your premium.
Okay.
So, does that sound like something that would be in the budget?
Yeah, that definitely worked.
Okay. So yeah, obviously this isn't set in stone right now, but we would obviously have to fill out an application and send it in,
Okay, yeah.
so the underwriter can take a look at it.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds like this would be a good thing for you and your family,
Alright, yeah.
cause, what were your main concerns?
Hopefully they just, no debts.
No
Hopefully
debts.
my
Okay,
wife doesn't have to go back to work
okay,
after the fact, and then putting both my kids through school.
both your kids through school, okay, and obviously helping your family live comfortably
Yeah,
if something
keeping the
would happen
house,
to you.
not having to sell anything.
Right, not to put too much burden on them if
Yeah.
something, God forbid, would happen to you. Okay, so yeah, it sounds like you definitely are a good candidate for life insurance, and it sounds like this is something that would really benefit you and your family for a reasonable price.
Okay.
Do you have any more concerns?
Yeah, I do. So exactly when will this take in effect, when it all starts?
So basically, the next process after this, if you wanted to do this insurance, we would have to, fill out the application.
Okay.
We would send it into the underwriter. What an underwriter does is he looks over the statement, he makes sure everything is accurate, and he determines if he's gonna allow this policy to go in force.
Okay.
So after that, I will deliver the policy once it comes in to you personally, which takes about, can take anywhere from like 10 to 30 days to go through. It's usually pretty quick though, especially with you having good health, it shouldn't
Mhm.
take very long for it to go in place. And as soon as it's ready, I will call you and I'll deliver it as soon as possible.
Okay.
So,
Now, when I get it and it's in effect, does it start right away?
right away,
Okay.
so,
So if anything happened, not that it would in the near future, but it would all be set up
right,
already.
yeah. And,
Okay.
and yeah, if anything would, God forbid, happen to you,
Okay.
say a week or a month after, you know, or even
Yeah.
29 years after the policy was in place, your family would receive that two million around
Okay.
death benefit, and you can receive it over time.
Alright.
Like they can receive it monthly. They can receive it in one lump sum payment of 2.8 million.
Mm-hmm.
You can have it designated to just go right to the college to pay for it. You can even set it up to donate to a charity, which offers a lot of tax benefits. Are there any charities you've thought
Okay.
about, or?
Yeah, definitely more for my family, but
Okay.
I mean, it definitely sounds like this is something I'd be interested in,
Okay.
and it would help me out, definitely for the long term.
Perfect. And yeah, and a way to think about it, like a lot of people don't understand how life insurance works. They think it's unnecessary, but I mean, everyone's gonna die, and you want to protect your family. That's what
Yeah.
it comes down to.
Yeah, those are my concerns now that I'm getting older and everything's we're more balanced, but I just want to have everything solid and safe.
Right. And it would be smarter to do it now while you're healthy.
Yeah,
You know, while your premiums are still cheap, where you can lock that $162 in a month, rather than say, you know, you get a disease or something later on, where the underwriter will see that and you'll be uninsurable. Then they won't even let you have a policy.
okay,
So yeah, I think it would be wise for you
yeah,
to definitely sit down and we'll get this figured out for you.
alright. Yeah, I definitely feel comfortable taking this to the next step.
Okay, perfect. Well, I got the application in the other room. I'll get that for you and then we can start filling it out.
Alright.
Sound good?
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.